Shalom, 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 shalom. All praises to Yahweh. Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the Son. Okay? In Paleo Hebrew, we are the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. And this goes out to the Negroes, the Native Americans, and Hispanics, all right, who were the people who built this nation, Babylon the Great, all right, America. And right now, Babylon the Great is falling, all right. And this lesson is entitled The Confederacy is Broken, okay. And that would be the Confederacy is broken, all right. So it's unbelievable what the Lord is doing. It's a very super windy day today. I'm hoping my camera stays up. It's super windy today, but it's nice out. Okay, but the Confederacy is broken. All right, and it's unbelievable what the Lord is doing. All right, we have Saudi Arabia ditching the dollar, in which the petrodollar is how America was able to establish themselves. Okay, by having it tied, the oil from Saudi Arabia tied to the dollar is what made America rich. So it is the staff of the wicked, in which the wicked, if you don't already know, is Esau Edom. All right, it's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, who enslaved the Native Americans on this soil and enslaved also the tribe of Judah. So we're looking at the tribe of Judah and the tribe of the northern kingdoms being enslaved in the same place. And I guess I can open up with that. All right. And that would be Jeremiah 50 and 33. That would be Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." So currently, right now, we're in captivity, okay, to this very day, under the hand of the so-called white man and the other nations in which we were scattered to. But we were scattered by way of the slave trade, okay, all over the earth. Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and read that real quick. Deuteronomy 28th chapter, and this was a curse. Okay, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter in the 64th verse, and it reads, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other powers, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." Okay, so that's what happened to us. We were scattered to America. When we were scattered to America, what did we do? We served other gods. That's just as the Most High said we would, of wood and stone. You know, we worship white Jesus. All right, the majority of us did, and the rest, Islam, Buddha, and so forth. Catholicism, the people of the Americas are heavily into Catholicism. Okay, so this did happen. All right. All right, so we are the children of Israel. Okay, a nation spoiled and robbed. Okay, so Saudi Arabia is abandoning the dollar. Okay, for the Chinese yuan. We don't know how fast it's going to take place, but it's coming. Kenya, they're abandoning the dollar. Iran, Brazil, India, all these nations are abandoning the dollar. Okay, so the Confederacy against the Israelites is being destroyed. Okay, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, for bringing forth the tokens and prophecies. All right, bringing these tokens and prophecies to pass. Okay, because he said that this will happen. All right. First, we'll go to Obadiah, verse 1, verses 7. All right. Obadiah 1, verse 7. And it reads, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. And that's all these other nations that are turning against the dollar. It's laid a deadly wound. Okay. And they have deceived America, Babylon the Great, and the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right. According to the Bible, they've been deceived. All right. How are they being deceived? Because they're no longer going to do business with America with the dollar anymore. That is going to cause major hyperinflation in the earth, just as the Bible prophesied. We will be soon headed into hyperinflation. Okay, all right. When this dollar is not going to be no longer used in these countries, them combined together is going to bring down this currency value, the value of this currency. All right. All right. Psalms 83 verses 2, which speaks on this confederacy. All right. By King David. Psalms 83 verses 2. Okay? We'll read that. Psalms 83 verses 2. Below, thine enemies have made a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head, and they hate Israel. Okay. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, because we were once hidden until the Holy Spirit rested upon men to tell us who we were. We were Israelites according to the Bible. All right. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now it gives you the hit list. It gives you the countries that have done this. Okay. Verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom is listed at the top of the list. Okay, that would be your so-called white man that's currently ruling today. All right, they're at the top of the list for being against Israel. All right, and the Ishmaelites, that would be you Arabs, the Arabs. Okay, the Arab nations. All right, Moab, that would be the Chinese. Hagarenes, that would be these so-called Hamitic Egyptians. Gabal, that'd be more Egyptians, Hamites over there in Africa. All right, Ammon, that would be you the Japanese. All right, and Amalek. All right, that would be the Israeli Jewish. How you doing, brother? All right, you know you're the Israelite according to the Bible. All right. Okay, so getting back to Gabal, Ammon, and Amalek. Amalek being the Israeli Jewish, the ones who are occupying the land right now. Okay, the small hats. All right. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Okay, so all of these are the nations that were Confederate against the children of Israel. The true children of Israel are you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Okay? All right. Now that brother, he just walked by, he said he was an Israelite, but he was ashamed to stop and talk with me. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with that spirit. Okay? All right. Either you coming into this thing all the way, or the Lord is going to spew you out. Okay, you're going to be destroyed with this nation. All right, because we're in a time where all the tokens are being poured forth right now. All right, so America has been checkmated. All right, America, Babylon the Great, has been checkmated in the spirit by way of these other Confederate nations that were against Israel. Okay, so again, I say all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua for bringing these tokens, these prophecies to pass. As you can see, this has come to pass. All right. That in Obadiah 1 and 7. All right. Let's go back and read that again. Obadiah 1 and verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, that being the dollar, them abandoning the dollar. There is none understanding in him. So we're going to World War III, because that's what America does. We're going straight into World War III. All right. And if you don't already know, that is the redemption for Israel and the destruction of all our enemies, all our Confederate against Israel are going to be destroyed. Okay, all of them, they're going to be destroyed. And let's continue on here. Jeremiah 51 and 10. Let's get that Jeremiah 51 and 10. All right, because the Lord is bringing forth these tokens to us on a regular basis. Okay, Jeremiah 51 and 10, and it reads, the Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. So the Lord is bringing forth our righteousness. How is he doing that? By bringing forth the prophecy. He has fulfilled Obadiah 1 and 7. All right. The Confederacy, all the way back during the time of King David, that he had a vision and prophesied about in Psalms 83, is being fulfilled before our eyes. Okay. All right. All right. So the prophecies are pouring forth, and Esau Edom is revealing himself as being the devil. All right. All right, as being the devil. All right, Satan on earth. All right, according to the Bible. Currently, right now, from the United Nations headquarters and the World Economic Forum, they're destroying the air, the rivers, and telling us to our face before they do it. Okay, and that's what the World Economic Forum has done through Klaus Schwab and those other men, Yuval Harari. All right, they're trying to bring in the new world order. All right, so they're destroying the air, the rivers, and telling us to our face what they're going to do. All right, they filmed the movie in East Palestine, right? They filmed the movie in East Palestine and then turned around and blew the town up for real. Okay. Who does that besides the devil? Okay. All right. They did this. Just watch White Noise. All right. Watch White Noise and what happened over there in East Palestine. They filmed it over there, the movie. Okay. They had extras from there. All right. So that's why we're telling you that the devil has revealed himself. Okay. It's none other than the so-called white man, the international bankers that are ruling the world currently right now. All right. That's who it is. All right. So the United Nations and the World Economic Forum told us that there will be black swan events. Okay. Then what happened? We've been having cyber attacks. We've been having train derailments, chemical spills, and so forth. So the devil know that they're at their end, all right? And they're ushering in the New World Order. They're ending America as we know it. They're bringing in a digital system, all right? All right, they're bringing in the digital system, the central bank digital currency, they're bringing in the Fed Now system. All of this will be run through the international bank, the Federal Reserve. They're taking over the banks. They're collapsing the banks and taking over. Okay, all right. So that's what's happening. The devil has revealed himself, and we'll go to Revelation 12 and 12. Revelation 12 and 12. And it reads, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. And that's what's happening right now. Okay, because and what is the reason? Because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Okay, a short time for what? A short time to rule. Okay, because absolutely the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and we know who's ruling the world right now. All right, so we can go ahead and get that. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And we know that to be none other than Esau Edom, the so-called white man, who is representative of the Greco-Romans, all right? Is representative of the Greeks, the ancient Greeks. They're the same people. They're Edomites. They just assumed the name of the conquered Greeks, all right, who were in the land, assumed that name and called themselves the Greeks, all right? But their biblical title was Edom, the Edomites, all right? All right, we'll go ahead and go to Malachi 1 and 4 and prove that. Malachi 1 verses 4, and it reads, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So this points them out that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, and the wicked is being none other than the current rulers of the day, the so-called white man, all right, that's currently ruling, all right, the whole earth. Their face is on the money, okay? They're the rulers of this current kingdom, all right? And the Lord has a righteous hatred for them, all right? And let's point that out at Romans 9 and 13. Romans 9 and 13. And that's why we know we're at the end, because they're coming down with great wrath, all right? They're bringing in their new world order. Romans 9 and 13, and it reads, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay, so basically what the Lord is telling you, he chose two progenitors for the rulership of the planet Earth, all right? Jacob and Esau, all right? Esau being the firstborn son of Isaac and Rebekah, all right? But he gave total rulership forever to Jacob, all right? So right now, so-called white man is in the throes of his kingdom, All right. And in the throes of his kingdom, he's coming forth with great wrath. All right. And that's the reason why you're seeing all these catastrophic events happen on the earth right now. Okay. That's the reason why they're bringing in their new world order. All right. Right now. Okay. John 10 and 10. Let's go ahead and get that. Because our Lord said he was going to get a kingdom of heaven to the Israelites. All right. And they will be at rest and at peace. Okay. But this is what the devil is coming with. Right? John 10 and 10. And it reads, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundant. Okay. And who was he speaking about? He was speaking about the children of Israel, the Israelites. Okay. All right. Who were his brethren. That's who he came for. That's who he died for. He didn't die for the whole world. Okay. He died for the children of Israel. All right. To inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right. That's what comes after this kingdom falls. All right. In World War III. All right. By nuclear missiles. Okay. All right. There will be a missile exchange. All right. To destroy this place. All right. But the Lord raised up the prophets to wage war against these devils, okay? By way of the word, okay? Let's get that at Obadiah 1 and 1. The Lord will send ambassadors to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, right? And the Lord will manifest the prophecies written in the book. Obadiah 1 and 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. That's America, Babylon the Great, and everywhere that they are ruling in the world. We have the European Union, NATO, and America ruling the earth right now. Okay. They have a great military, and that's why no one has stood up to challenge them. Obadiah 1 and 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. And that's what I'm doing today. This is a spiritual battle between the elect men of Israel and the wicked, okay, in which we are pronouncing the downfall of this wicked kingdom and ushering in the kingdom of heaven. All right. And through our words of Yahweh Shai, he's bringing down this wicked kingdom. All right. All right. So let's get into it here some more. So the ambassadors are the prophets, and they hold the testimony of Yahweh Shai, and the words being spoken against Edom's kingdom, all right, is being pronounced. All right. And we'll go to Revelation 19 and 10. It lets you know that the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right. Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. And so that's what we do week in and week out. We come out and we prophesy against Babylon the Great and against this wicked kingdom. All right. All right. And the Lord is hearing us by bringing forth the tokens and the prophecies. All right. All right. Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of Yahweh, our power, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. And the house of Jacob is the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. All right. That is the house of Jacob, the 12 tribes. All right. That's who the Lord is going to save. And the sinful kingdom at this time being America, Babylon the Great, all right, in which still has in captivity the children of Israel. Okay. All right. So Matthew 24:14. All right. And it reads, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right. This gospel, the truth about the Holy Bible, that the children of Israel were the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics. The one they call Jesus, his name is Yahushua in Paleo Hebrew. All right. And he was a Negro. All right. From the tribe of Judah. And then he's coming back with a myriad of angels to destroy the devil and Esau, Edom's kingdom. All right. All right. It's not no red spandex suited person. It's literally the red people, the Edomites. All right. Okay. Acts 1:6. All right. Because the prophets of old always wanted to know when the kingdom of heaven was coming in. They always wanted to know. All right. Acts 1:6. When they therefore will come together, they asked Yahushua, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father has put in his own power. But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Ghost is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost parts of the earth. So how would they get to the uttermost parts of the earth? All right, through the Lord, through the children of Israel coming over here and were scattered in the diaspora. All right, okay, in slavery. Okay, they came over here, and the Lord sent back those spirits of the prophets back into the children of Israel. That's how they came over here. The prophets came over here and are having testimony all over again in the earth. Okay, they were regenerated, reincarnated. All right, spirits. All right. Ezekiel 37:9-14 explains it. All right. And you need to read this whole chapter on your spare time. Ezekiel 37, got started 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, like I'm doing today. No one is around. All right. But the children of Israel may be in ear distance of hearing the word. So the Lord told us to go forth and prophesy. Okay. Then he said unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh of power, come from the four winds, northwest, east, south. All right. It says, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. Because when we came over here to America and scattered in other nations, we lost our heritage or as being Israelites. Okay. All right. We were hung, beat, lynched, the whole nine. So we lost our heritage. All right. And it says, I'll read that again. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. The slain were the children of Israel. Get it? So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. And that is what has happened today. Okay, we have camps all over the earth prophesying this same truth. Okay, all over the earth. Then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. So you see that? The valley of dry bones that did not have any living water. Okay, they had to receive the words of truth. All right, now they're standing on their feet prophesying, okay, against this wicked kingdom, and the Lord is answering those prayers. As I said before, he's bringing forth the tokens. All right, and this confederacy is being broken. Okay, verse 11. Then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy, saying to them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And so the Lord has put the spirit upon men to be reborn, regenerated, and they hear the word of the Lord and are quickened in the spirit and believe. And they themselves stand on their feet, prophesying this word. Okay, that's how it works. They were spiritually dead. Okay, according to the Holy Scripture, they were spiritually dead. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and get that. Proverb 21:16, and it reads, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. They will remain spiritually dead. Okay, that's what the Lord was speaking of. All right. So back to Ezekiel 37. Let's see where I left off at. Okay, we'll read start at 11. Then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. And that's how most of us felt. We're like, oh, we just a bunch of niggas, you know, ain't nothing gonna happen good for us, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's how we used to feel until we got the truth. We understand the Bible. We know what's gonna happen, okay, in the world. All right. Verse 12, therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus said the Lord power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. That's going to be the end all be all. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your land. Then shall you know that I am the Lord, whose name is Yahweh, has spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. Okay, so this is what has happened. Okay, the children of Israel have been quickened back into the spirit. They're coming back to the Bible, coming back to the laws of the Most High, and the Lord is bringing forth the tokens. All right, these prophecies are starting to come to pass. All right. Confederacy is broken. All right. All right. Ephesians 6 and 11. Ephesians 6 and 11. And it reads, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. Okay, because we got to know this truth. Okay, that's the number one thing. You got to show yourself approved and learn this Bible, because this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is our salvation. Okay, all who don't have this knowledge and wisdom, understanding are going to be left here and melted. Okay, during World War III. All right. Verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith we shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Because there's things coming down the pipe from the wicked that are going to pretty much blow a lot of these people's minds. I mean, their plans is to enslave the whole world and to issue out implants, all right, in order to keep their kingdom. All right, they're going to put implants in people's hands, all right, and in their head. They have an implant for your ear as well. Okay, let me I guess I'll show that everything blowing. I didn't set my signs out today because it's windy as I don't know what, but this is what it's going to look like. It's already happening. Hopefully you can see that. It's so windy out here, but it's a small grain of rice that they're going to put in your hand when they come with. No, that's why I'm here.
Shut down?
Yeah. Pretty much most of the industry going out there. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm standing up here. Bed Bath & Beyond, they went out of business weeks ago. I think months, maybe. Yeah. So that's the way Babylon the Great is headed. Everything is falling. Okay. All right. And as I spoke of, they're gonna come with the implant. They're gonna demand that you put it in your hand. All right. They're gonna make it seem like something simple, and they're gonna do it by taking away your finances. Okay. That's happening as we speak. Like I said, when hyperinflation kicks in, people gonna want answers, and that's gonna be their solution. They're gonna come with the central bank digital currency and the implant. All right. And if you either take it in order to get the UBI, which is universal basic income, or you starve. Okay, that's what's coming, and that's why we're telling you Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics to repent back to the Lord, because the Lord said we're gonna eat. The men of the Lord, the people that have returned back to the Yahweh, He's gonna work miracles for us. Okay, during this time. Okay. Isaiah 35. So the Lord told us to prophesy against this kingdom, not to be down with it. All right. He told us to prophesy against it. All right. And that'll be Ezekiel 35 and 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Mount Seir is the ancient homeland of the so-called white man, the Romans. Okay, they inhabited that land thousands of years ago. It was an inheritance to them. Okay, all right. They inhabited Mount Seir. So wherever they dwell, the Lord is telling us to, wherever they pitch up their tents, the Lord is telling us to prophesy against them. He's telling the men of Israel to prophesy against them. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. And this is the reason, okay? So for all you wicked pastors out here who are not getting out here doing this, the Lord has controversy with you, okay? Because this is a commandment from the Lord. We just read, all right? He's talking to the men of Israel. Okay. Verse 5. This is the reason why the Lord is angry with you. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So the Lord is preparing the nations for World War III, for vengeance against the nation of Edom, and for them destroying their brethren, in which was the children of Israel. All right, that'll be the so-called white man. All right, they're the ones who still have us in their possession. All right, they're the ones who took us in captivity to this very day. Okay, so the Lord is saying that he will get vengeance upon them. Okay. All right, Job 2 and verse 1. All right. So we're out here sounding the alarm for Israel. You Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right. We're sounding the alarm. Job 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And that's what we're prophesying. The Lord is bringing forth these tokens. In the end, he's going to bring forth that final plague of World War III, and we're going to be redeemed. All right, the elect of Israel will be redeemed from the earth. All who return back to the Most High in spirit and in truth. All right. All right. Isaiah 13, 2 and 3. It says, lift me up a banner upon the high mountain. There goes that mountain again. The high mountain is America, and everywhere where these Edomites rule. They're ruling at the top of the mountain. Okay. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones, all right, the elect. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, the angels, which are going to come by way of the chariots, so-called UFOs, and destroy America, Babylon the Great, and subsequent ruling nations all over the world, even them that rejoice in thy highness. Okay, and salvation is coming by way of destruction. All right, it's going to be a destruction. All right. So, you Christians who are saying that once saved, always saved. You ain't saved until the Lord save you out of the destruction that's coming. All right. Isaiah 13 and 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. It's coming as a destruction. How? Nuclear war. All right. You see what's happening in the earth. Ukrainian war. You see that they're losing their grip on the dollar. All right. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to war. That's what they're doing. They're mounting up. America, Babylon the Great is mounting up. Okay. Ezekiel 3 and 17. All right. We are the watchmen of the Lord to tell you these things. All right. Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. We're warning you about what's to come. All right. We're warning you. Okay. They're coming forth with their new world order. They're going to try to. All right. Once this economy crashes, the hyperinflation sets in. All right. All hell's going to break loose on the earth. Okay. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at thine hand. Okay, and I don't want none of that smoke coming from the Lord. Okay, and that's why I'm out here today to prophesy against this kingdom. All right, and to bring in the children of Israel, hopefully, all who will listen. Okay, that are of the elect, because only the elect is going to hear anyway. Okay, verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Again, when a righteous man does turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he has done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand. And that's the reason why we talk about the false prophets that are preaching this this wicked Christianity, and which is misleading our people. Okay, we warn them and tell them that the nation of Israel is the only one who's going to be saved. Okay, but they're teaching the exact opposite. So we warn them against this, so that we're not blood guilty of it. All right, we declare all the gospel. Okay, all right. Verses 21. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he does not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also, thou hast delivered thy soul. So that's the reason why we come out week in and week out to teach. That's the reason why we do lessons during the week, or what have you, in season, out of season, snow, hail, heat, whatever. Okay, for Israel's sake. That's why we do that. All right. All right, because we are the men of the Lord. The Lord is speaking to you through us. Okay, through the men that are putting these lessons out, the Lord is speaking. All right, let's prove that. Hosea 12 and 10. Hosea 12 and verse 10. And it reads, I have also spoken by the prophets. See, the Lord speaks through the men, the prophets. All right. And I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So the Lord doesn't come down, out of the sky and yell at you and try to get you to serve him. It's through the men of the Lord, the children of Israel. Okay. It comes through the prophets. All right. Starting with Judah. Okay. Yahweh. Okay. Jeremiah 28 and 8, and they will not have this pleasant message to always give you, like Christianity. Everything gonna be all good, this and that. You're gonna get get some new car and new house and all that. No. Jeremiah 28 and 8. Jeremiah 28 and 8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So most of the time the prophets didn't have a great message. They were in captivity. Okay, there was the four main ones that the Lord prophesied: the Babylonian, Persians, and the Medes, the Greeks, and now we're still in the Roman captivity. We are still in the Roman captivity today. All right. We know that because this will be the last empire to rule the planet Earth. Okay. Jeremiah 6 and 16 through 19. Jeremiah 6 and 16. Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old path. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your soul. But they said, most of these Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, we will not walk therein. Also, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet, the warning. All right. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it. Okay? And that's what's happening on a regular basis. That's the reason. There's no need for marching for civil rights. There's no need for all of that. Was it BLM? Black Lives Matter. There's no need for that. All we had to do was return back to the Most High Yahweh, keep the law to the best of our ability, okay? Because we can't keep it fully, not being sovereign, not being changed, because the Lord is going to have to change us physically for us to keep these laws on a regular perfectly. But definitely, since we're in captivity, we cannot keep the laws perfect. Case in point, the Sabbath day fell on, I think, Tuesday night to Wednesday night this week. Most of us have to work, so we can't keep the law perfect, but we do so to the best of our ability. All right, we rehearse the righteous acts. Now I'll go into that real quick. Judges 5 and 11. Hopefully I won't get stormed out. See the clouds rolling in. Judges 5 and 11, and it reads, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. So we will be rehearsing the righteous acts, okay? Because we got Yahweh Shai to cover for when we fall short, okay? Through his sacrifice, his blood sacrifice. All right. And no, the law is not done away with. Okay, it's not done away with. This is what the Christian church have taught. Matthew 5 and 17 is pretty plain in the matter. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Okay, so the Lord did not get rid of the law. He kept the Passover right before his death. Okay, before his death, he kept the Passover. That's a part of the feast days. All right, and in the kingdom, all these laws are going to be reestablished. All right, and we're going to rule with an iron rod over all nations. Okay, in other words, it's going to be done by force. Then in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to keep the laws by force. All right, but the children of Israel are going to have the law within their inward part. They're going to be changed. All right, the elect of Israel. Okay. All right, so the law is not done away with. We can keep the dietary law as well. We don't have to eat pork. We don't have to eat shrimp. We don't have to eat lobster. All right. And just like Uganda, we can forbid homosexuality. All right. Just like in Uganda, we can, those are things that we can do. All right. Those are laws that we can keep in our captivity. All right. All right. Romans 3:31, we are to establish the law. All right. And it reads, do we then make void the law through faith? Most High forbid, yea, we establish the law. Okay, we establish it to the best of our ability. All right. Okay. So we must worship in spirit and truth. All right. We can't be a part of Christianity and have one foot in Christianity and then saying that you're a Hebrew Israelite. Okay. You got to be all the way in or not at all. Okay. All right. Like a lot of these Yah Israelites. Okay. So you need to repent, O Israel. Hosea 4:6. This is the reason why a lot of us are in situations they're in today. We reject the knowledge. We reject the understanding. Okay. Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They don't realize they are, Israelite, or neither do they care. Okay. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. And that's the reason why a lot of calamities coming upon these Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, because they reject the word of the Lord. Okay. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou should be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. So the Lord will also curse your children. All right. Okay. And all these curses are noted at Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay. I guess I can go ahead and get that real quick. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the Lord told us. Okay. I guess what I can do is go to Exodus 19:6 first, to let you know what he told. Moses. All right, to the children of Israel. This is what the Lord told Moses. Because Hosea 4:6 tells you that you will not be priest to me, right? And that he will curse the children, right? So Exodus 19:6, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. So this is what the Most High has established for you Negroes, Native Americans, you men of Israel. This is what he established you to be kings and priests of the earth. Okay. So if you reject that, the Lord is going to reject you. All right. And you will be melted in America when those missiles are shot. Okay. He's going to include you in the destruction. All right. And we'll go to Revelations 5 and 10. I read this all the time to let you know what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be seeking the Lord. All right. Study to show yourself approved. All right. You're supposed to be out here with me, to be straight up. Revelation 5 and 10. You men of Israel. Revelation 5 and 10. It has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. The revelations is what's to come, right? It's a revealing. That's what's going to happen at the end. The Lord is going, all his words are going to come true. Every last one of them. Okay, whether you believe or not. Okay. His word does not go forth void. Okay. Isaiah 55:11, I think. Guess I'll go ahead and get that real quick, since I said it. 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. You're going to be a king and a priest. Negro, Native American, or else. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. The Lord said we were going to be priests of the earth. It's going to happen. Just like he gave the words to the Yahweh Shai and the angels to create the earth, and it came about. I want trees. Boom, we got trees. Right? So it's going to be kings and priests on the earth. All right? If you accept this, you got a chance of being one of them. If you accept the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord. Okay? If not, you're going to be left here and melted. All right? You're going to be 2/3 Negro. All right? 2/3 Native American, Hispanic. All right? Or whatever. That's what you're going to be. All right? All right? We're still in captivity. We've been here for a long, long time. Our ancestors were here 400 years in slavery. Okay? The Negroes, anyway. Baruch 3 and 8. All right? Baruch 3 and 8. We are yet still in our captivity to this very day. All right? That'll be in your Apocrypha. Baruch 3 and 8. And it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So because we broke the laws of the Lord, that's the reason why we're in this situation. Deuteronomy 28 chapter and the 15th verse says the same thing. Deuteronomy the 28th chapter and the 15th verse. And it reads, But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? So that was the curses coming upon Israel. Okay? And they did happen. They did happen to the Native Americans. They were murdered on this land in this soil. Everybody knows the history of that. And then we got the Negroes that were murdered on this land. Okay? That came over here. All right? That's an absolute fact. Okay? I guess I'll go ahead and show those images to prove it. All right? Most of y'all know about the Native Americans. Most of y'all don't know about the Native Americans who were destroyed. That's why I show this every week. All right? That's them in slavery. And what we have there is a Catholic or a Spaniard priest blessing what the so-called white man is doing, hanging them and beating them and everything else. All right? That could be the Mexicans or what have you on this land. We got another image here. You see that image there? All right. See that? Them in captivity, right? That's how America was established, by force. All right. And it's going to go out by force and violence. All right. Thermonuclear missiles going to hit this place. All right. Then you got, as you can see them loading up the Native American on a ship there. See that? Okay. All right. So they went into captivity as well. We share seed together, seed lines together, Native Americans, as you can see in that picture. All right. See that? So we bore seed together over here in America. All right. Because we are the children of Israel. We were oppressed together, as I told you in Jeremiah 50 and 33. Press together. It's a big clue. All right. This is what happened to us on this land, on this soil, right? All right, let me hide this image here. All right. This is what happened. All right. You can see that we were sold. Babies fed to alligators, whipped. They got the movie Emancipation out now. Will Smith. And we was lynched and burnt to the stake. And they sicked the Ku Klux Klan on us. I would say that that is a curse, my friend. And no other nation has went through nothing like that. They got a museum, I think it's in Georgia or Alabama, where over 4,000 monuments exist of the Negroes being lynched. Okay? All right. So we did go through the curses. All right. We'll read a few of them. Deuteronomy 28. Let's see here. Go to 25. This is what happened to us. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. No other people has been removed into all kingdoms of the earth beside the Negroes. We everywhere. Okay. Right? Besides the Negroes, Native Americans were sent to England, okay, as slaves. Yeah. They didn't teach you that either. Okay. 32. Deuteronomy 28 and 32. The sons of thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Okay? Did not this not happen to the Negroes over here, and probably to the Native Americans too, and the people of the Americas? Okay? All right? They had to part ways with their family members. They were sold. Okay? If you can understand that. So that fits us. All right? 37. Deuteronomy 28, 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. They were calling us niggers. All right? They were calling the I think it's the Mexicans wetbacks. All right? The Puerto Ricans spics. Okay? All of us are the children of Israel. That's the reason. The Lord is letting us know that. Okay? All right. Verse 43, 28, 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And we both know that that did happen, for sure. In verse 48, in which I showed you in the image, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And I just showed you that. I'll show you that again right here. All right, you see that right there? That's what happened. Okay, this is what happened. They truly put yokes of iron around our necks. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. All right, verses 48 matches up with the Negroes that were in this land and that were put into captivity. All right, which identifies us as those people, the children of Israel. Okay. All right. All right. We'll read 2 more. Deuteronomy 28 and 68, which lets us know that we came over here on cargo slave ship. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. No man shall redeem you or provide a buy price out of this. Okay? Yahushua would have to redeem us. We say, and we'll read Baruch 4 and 6, in which complements this. So you can't say it's just in the old, you can't just say it's in the normal Bible. It's also in the other part of the Bible that was missing, which is the Apocrypha. So when we go to Baruch 4 and 6, we read the same thing. Okay, Baruch 4 and 6, that we were sold. All right, Baruch 4 and 6, lock it, and it reads, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies." Okay, and that's what happened to us, Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics. All right. All right, but the Lord would raise up the elect of Israel in order to restore us back to our heritage. All right, but I guess I'll go to Jeremiah 17 and 4 first, which we discontinue from our heritage, and you kind of know why now we discontinue from our heritage. All right, because we went into servitude, we became captives. Jeremiah 17 and 4, and it reads, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." All right. So this is what happened to us. We lost our heritage until the men of the Lord were raised back up to teach us again our heritage. All right. And this happened around the late 60s, early 70s. Okay. How you doing? All right, great. Did you know you was an Israelite according to the Bible? Okay, so let me read Jeremiah 17, 4 again. "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." So we discontinue from our heritage. All right. They beat it out of us. Okay, when we were over here. All right. So did I read Baruch 4 and 6? I think I did. All right. So the Lord raised us back up. All right. Isaiah 60 and 1. So nobody has no excuse. This truth has gone forth all over the earth. Okay. There's no excuse for not knowing. At the least, you know that you're Israel. At the least. But it's up to you to seek out the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay. Isaiah 60 and 1. Isaiah 60 and 1. And it reads, "Arise and shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. For the Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee." All right. So the Lord will raise up the children of Israel by way of the men of the Lord, and they will be quickening the people who were able to receive this understanding will receive it, and others would not. All right. Baruch 5, 1 through 7. All right. Baruch 5, 1 through 7. All right. And it reads, "Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning." Okay. Because the Lord is telling us to put off the garment of mourning, because now you understand the truth. All right. That we are the royal people, that the Lord chose us to inherit the kingdom of heaven. That this is not going to be forever. This life that we live. Okay. Baruch 5:1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Most High, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting. For the Most High will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven, for thy name shall be called of the Most High forever. The peace of righteousness and the glory of the Most High's worship. Verse 5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look toward the east, and behold, thy children gathered from the west. Are we not in the west? Okay. Gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Most High. So through this word, the men of the Lord being raised back up to reteach you again the gathering. That's how the Lord is gathering the elect of Israel. Okay. As I spoke of in Ezekiel 37 chapter. Okay. So we have to repent. We have to return back to the Lord. All right. So he can rest his spirit upon us. All right. We have to put first the kingdom of heaven. All right. Isaiah 55:6. Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord Yahweh, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. Okay, so the Lord wants us to forsake our wicked ways, all right, and repent and return back to him in spirit and in truth, seeking him, leaving off from Christianity, all these false philosophies. All right. Psalms 119:9 and it reads, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee, O let me not wander from thine commandments. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord, teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts, and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. And that's what you have to do. You have to repent, return back to the Bible and the scriptures. The men of the Lord are out here, namely great millstone camps all over the earth that are preaching the same doctrine. All right. Proverbs 1 verses 20. And this is where you would know where the men of the Lord would be. They would be on the streets. The true men of the Lord would be on the streets. Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates in the city she uttereth her word, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Because we know in the Hosea 4:6 tells you that we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right. And the Lord said that he would not allow us to become those priests, all right, of the earth. All right. He will curse our children as well if we don't return back to this knowledge of the Bible. Okay. Verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. All right. So you learn the words of this book. I will make known my words unto you. But there's no in between. You're either going to serve the Most High or be destroyed. Okay? Let's read that. Verse 24, Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. How did he stretch out his hand? He used his men to tell you, okay, on the highways and hedges, all right, you know, and sit downs on the internet, right? Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have said at not all my counsel and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. So this is time sensitive here. The word of the Lord is not going to always be available. Okay. For they, verse 29, Proverbs 129, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They with none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple, this simple understanding, repent, turn back to the Lord, seek the Lord, study, come back to the knowledge of your heritage. That's a simple thing to the Lord. Okay? All right? For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. And that's where we're headed to. We're headed toward evil times. Okay. So the Lord is not giving you a choice whether or not to serve him or not. You either gonna serve him or die. That's the choice. Serve him or die. Okay. All right. All right, let's get 2 Chronicles 15 and 13, which says just that. 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. And it reads that whosoever would not seek Yahweh, the power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So that's the Most High speaking. Either you serve the Lord or you're going to be put to death. All right. The Lord is not going to save you during the times of calamity, as we read in Proverbs. Okay. So this is a time sensitive thing. All right. The Lord is not going to save you if you're not seeking him. All right. It's going to be great famine that's coming upon the earth. All right. When this dollar crashes, hyperinflation comes in. All right. You're going to see then that the words of the men of the Lord were true. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll read Ezekiel 33, and we'll start at 28. For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of her strength shall cease. Your pride, he's going to bring your pride to the ground, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. Then shall they know that I am Yahweh, when I have laid the land most desolate, because of all their abominations. If you're seeking other gods, you're not pursuing the Most High. The Most High calls you abominable, you know, which they have committed. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after covetousness. And that's most of these Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. They go after covetousness. Okay? All right? Gifts, rewards. Okay? And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that has a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. So when all these calamities come on the earth, the ones who have heard this message, they're going to know that a prophet was amongst them. Okay, that the Lord truly sent the men to tell you, okay, of what's to befall in the future. All right. Isaiah 34:16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. No one of these. The words, the prophecies that are in this book is the testimony of Yahushua, as we read in Revelation 19:10. None of these prophecies are going to fail. Okay? Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. You can't make up another book with the Bible. Okay? For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. The spirit of Yahushua is gathering the elect. Okay? All right? But 2/3 of you Negroes are going to be put to death. Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanic. All right? Jeremiah 13 and verses 8. We'll get into that. No, Zechariah. So that you can understand how serious this is. All right? Because when they're going to take down this free speech, they're going to cut down the internet when they go to war. I hope you know that. They're going to war. So they're going to have to take down free speech because they don't want to give any ammunition to the enemy. You understand? That's coming. Okay, Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So the Lord's only going to save 1/3 of Israel out of here. All right. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my power. Okay, so you see that? Only 1/3 is going to be saved out of here of Israel. The rest are not going to return back to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible. They're not going to seek the Lord. That's what the Bible is saying. So the Lord is going to make a sacrifice out of them, along with the nations of Babylon the Great and Edom. He's going to make a sacrifice. All right. Let's read about it in Isaiah 10 verse 20. Because this is deadly serious. I'm not out here for nothing. I'm out here to save the children of Israel. All right. And get them to seek the Lord. All right. Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. So that we're not going to be in the philosophies of the so-called white man. All right, worshiping their Christmas, their holidays. It's getting windy. Their holidays, their New Year. Right now, we're coming upon Easter. Okay, we're not going to be dealing with none of that. Okay, it's lucky. The wind calms down a little bit. I'll blow everything over. Okay. So, all right, let's continue on. Isaiah 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. In truth. You see that? The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, it's millions of us, right? Yet a remnant of them shall return. Okay? But what shall happen to the other people that don't return? The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. For the Lord power of hosts shall make a consumption even determined in the midst of the land. Therefore said the Lord power of hosts, O my people that dwelleth in Zion, be not afraid of the Assyrian. The modern day Assyrian is the Edomites, they're in rule. He shall smite thee with a rod and shall lift up his staff against thee after the manner of Egypt. After the manner of Egypt. Okay? So the Lord is going to allow them to pretty much, Esau Edom, to pretty much do with us as he will real soon. Okay? All right, how's that going to happen? When the food is not able, you're able to pay for it, there's going to be uproars of the people, and they're going to send forth martial law. Okay, that's what's going to happen. All right, and the reason why is in America you got tons of the Edomites and everyone that are holding weapons. That's the reason why this is going to happen. They're going to have to declare martial law in order to reestablish control over the people. All right, and a lot of people are going to be put to death, and it's going to be a righteous judgment by the Most High, as you're reading right here today. Okay, it's going to be a righteous judgment, and when the missiles are shot, the Lord is going to melt the children of Israel as well. We'll go ahead and get that when World War III breaks out. All right, let me see it. I think it's Ezekiel 22:18. All right, this is the reason why we're warning, okay, of what's to come. Ezekiel 22:18. Son of man, the house of Israel to me become dross. All they are brass, tin, and iron, and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because ye are all become dross, behold, therefore I will gather you in the midst of Jerusalem. All right, Jerusalem being a people before it's a place, because we're not no longer in the land. Right. Verse 20, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin in the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there. Okay, the Lord's going to leave us here. Okay, and melt you. Okay, because the Lord is going to send forth, when the missiles are shot from the ends of the earth, the Lord is going to send forth his angels to redeem Israel from the places in which they're scattered. All right, we'll go ahead and get that. So you see, he's going to leave you here if you don't return. In the end, I just read it. All right, let's go to Revelation 11:12. All right, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. We know that the clouds are representative of the chariots of the Lord. Okay, that's it. Psalms 104 and verse 1. You could read about that. I just go ahead and read it. Psalms 104, so you can understand. 104 and 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covers thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So he maketh the clouds his chariot. You see that? So when we go back to Revelation, this is the only way you're going to be saved out of here. All right? Revelation 11:12, he's saying, and they heard a great voice in heaven saying, come up hither. That will be the elect, the ones who have kept the testimony, done the will, seek the Lord. Okay? To seek the Lord. This is what the Lord gonna say. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. I prove to you that the clouds were the chariots of the Lord. And their enemies beheld them. And what's going to happen next? In the same hour was there a great earthquake. That's the missiles hitting, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted. Not everybody. We told you about it. The 2/3 will be destroyed. 1/3 will make it. Right? Remnant. Just like in Noah's day. In Noah's day, there was a remnant. 8 souls survived. Right? Everybody else perished by the flood. Right? And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High heaven. And the Lord is letting you know how it's going to take place. Verse 14, Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, World War II passed. And behold, the third woe coming quickly. We're approaching World War III as we speak. Okay? So hopefully you got that breakdown. You wrote it down on a piece of paper. All right? Because at the end of the day, the words of in this Bible are going to come true, whether you believe it or not. Okay? All right? The Lord is going to melt you if you don't return back to him. He's going to leave you here with these wicked people, all right? These Edomites, and you're going to be burnt, melted. All right? I just read it. Okay? So that's the reason why we're out here. All right? So great tribulation and Jacob's trouble is close. Famine, pestilence, and the sword of civil war, unrest, civil unrest is headed our way. Why do we say that? Because it's in the scriptures. It's written. All right. All right. Matthew 24, 21, and 22 speaks of this time that we're going to enter. All right. Matthew 24, 21, and 22. All right. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, no nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. All right. And the reason why it's going to be so bad is because they accumulated $31 trillion of debt. Okay, so the dollar, once they pull away from the dollar, these other nations, okay, there's not going to be nothing holding it up. Okay, all that debt is going to come back on America. All right, Babylon the Great, and when it comes down, hyperinflation is going to kick in. All right, when hyperinflation kicks in, you're not going to be able to afford nothing. Okay, all right, that's what's headed our way. That's the reason why I'm out here with this lesson. The Confederacy is broken. Okay, the dollar, all right, the fiat currency is coming to an end. That's why they're speedily bringing in the central bank digital currency. All right, the Fed now comes online in July. They saying this month they're basically bringing it online, but July it will be the official date. Okay, so it's happening fast. All right, so real soon, that's what's coming in the earth. Great woes coming to earth. Daniel 12:1. And that's why we know through the Spirit that we're living in that time period. All right. Daniel 12:1. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the very angelic chief angel is going to have to stand up. The great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people should be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. Thy people, not everybody, thy people were the Israelites. Okay? So there you go. So it's going to be a time of trouble like no other. Okay? Time of trouble. It's going to be unimaginable. And like I said, it's because because of the great famine that's going to come across the earth when this cup goes down. So the grace of Yahushua will soon be over. Okay, right? Famine and civil unrest and catastrophic events will soon spark fear in America. Okay, and that's at Luke 21 and 26. Men's hearts fading out of fear. Luke 21 and 26. It says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And that's what's really happening right now. I mean, people are faint out of fear for what's coming in the earth. They're like, oh man, the dollar's crashing. What? Yeah, it's already beginning. So just wait until it really sets in and we start seeing the results of the inflation. Okay. Ephesians 5 and 15. And it reads, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. You're going to have to gain an understanding of what the Lord, how to please the Lord at this time. Okay? You're going to want protection during this time. All right? It's going to be all out hell in the earth. When people can't get food to eat, it's going to be all out hell. Okay? All right? All right. Second Ezra 6 and 22 tells us that the full storehouses are going to be suddenly empty. All right. Okay. Second Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty. So that's what's coming. Okay. We know how fast they can loot these stores out. We seen that in 2020, 2021. Okay, we've seen that. We've seen what looting, how fast people can loot stores. All right, over there at Brooklyn, when the snowstorm hit. All right, we've seen those images on TikTok. All right. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. So that's why these warnings are going out every day from the men of the Lord. Okay, as I mentioned, great millstone camps. All right. Ecclesiastes. Oh, this wind. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. The evil days are fast approaching, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. This is symbolizing evil times come. Verses 3. In the day when the keepers of the house should tremble. The keepers of the house are trembling right now. Even Elon Musk is afraid for what's happening with the dollar right now. He's got I think I've seen it on Yahoo News or something like that. He's afraid for what's happening. So in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened. That's all these mass layoffs that are happening right now as we speak. Okay, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. When the sound of the grinding is low, that means that the work is going to decrease, the layoff. There ain't going to be no jobs real soon come. Okay, all right. And he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music should be brought low. So real soon there ain't gonna be no work. Okay, all right. That's what that's telling you. Okay, we just had the banks collapse, right? Layoffs happening in mass scale. 44% of Americans working two jobs. 18 million living in deep poverty. 6.5%. It takes 6.55% in order to get a mortgage for your own house. Okay, no one can afford that. All right, all right. So the Lord said that He will send a famine in the land if Israel did not return. This is how He does business. All right, He's using Esau, Edom to orchestrate a lot of it. All right, of this famine that's coming in the earth. Ezekiel 14:13. And it reads, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So the Lord uses famine as a way to punish Israel and Judah. All right? We being in the land, the Lord is bringing forth these judgments. Real soon, as I spoke of, they're going to be hyperinflation. You're not going to be able to afford nothing. Therefore, that's going to bring forth a great famine. Okay. All right. Isaiah 3:1, which repeats the same thing. The Lord uses famine as a way to take away the staff of bread. All right. It says, for behold, the Lord of hosts doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. So that's what's going to happen when this hyperinflation, this dollar gets weak. All right. All right. 2 Timothy 3:1. Because we get ready to enter into perilous times. All right. And we are that generation to experience these calamities. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient, obedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Okay, so with the point being in verse 1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. How are you going to feed your family? How are you going to pay your bills? One calamity after another, your power gonna go out. Okay, this is what it's been told to us from the United Nations of the governments and the World Economic Forum. They're telling us that this is going to happen. They're telling us that there are going to be blackouts, that there's going to be food shortages. All right, up front, they're the ones causing the train derailments, all of that. All right, proving that they are the devil. All right. All right. So, second Esdras 15 and 1 through 6. Second Ezra 15 and 1 through 6. And it reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And that's what I've been doing this whole time I've been here. Which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. But how? How are they going to die? Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what's getting ready to happen. When the dollar gets weak and hyperinflation kicks in, you're not going to be able to afford the food. Many people are going to die of the famine. All right. The sword is going to come because, as I spoke of, they're going to declare martial law in order to reestablish control. Okay. Many people are going to die. They're going to be shooting you on sight. Okay. All right. Behold, said the Lord, verse 5, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord is saying this kingdom's wickedness has reached unto heaven, and they have been fulfilled, okay, for their time period, okay? All right. We'll go to verse 10. My people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy the land thereof. And that's what's happening now. We know that we've had all these catastrophes. We know that that Esau, the so-called white man, has put together draconian laws against the farmers so they can't plant. All right. Being that they declared war on Ukraine, a lot of the farmers can't afford the fertilizer. Okay. So that is causing them not to be able to grow food properly. All right. So, verse 12, all right, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten. We're in modern day Egypt right now, all right. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasphemy and hell and with fearful constellation. All right. And this is Ezra speaking right here in verse 14. All right. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay. Because the Lord is bringing these plagues as we speak. All right. We are that generation that is experiencing these plagues on the earth. Okay. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction drive not. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. When hyperinflation kicks in, these people are going to take up arms, okay, in America. All right. For there should be sedition among them, invading one another. It's lucky. Trying to prevent the camera. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. They're not going to care about the governor. They're not going to care about the president. Okay? All right? They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, because they're going to lock down these cities. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, okay, because there ain't gonna be no food, they're not gonna be able to afford it, hyperinflation is gonna kick in, right? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house. with the sword and spoil their goods. And why would they do this? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what's coming upon the earth. Okay. And that's why this lesson was entitled The Confederacy is Broken. Okay. Because our dollar is going to slowly plummet to hyperinflation, and it's not, the value of the dollar is going to decrease rapidly since these nations have decided to leave the dollar. Okay. And we need to return back to the Most High in spirit and truth, you know, so that the Lord can rest his spirit upon us and protect us during this time. Okay. Because the Lord said his servants are going to eat, while wicked Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics are not going to be able to eat. These wicked people are not going to survive what's coming. Okay. I guess we get that Isaiah 65 and 11, I guess. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain. You're not seeking the Lord. You're not preaching the word. You men, all right? That prepare a table for that troop. I told you about the troop that's going to be coming. Martial law is coming. Okay? And that furnish the drink offering unto that number. You're going to make a sacrifice for yourself if you don't serve the Lord. Therefore will I number you to the slaughter, and ye shall bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. You didn't seek the Lord. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat during this great famine that's coming on the earth, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay? So that's what's coming upon the earth. The Lord is going to feed his servants, the ones that served him. So this is time sensitive. Okay? Because when this come about, ain't going to be no turning back. The Lord's going to bring judgment. If you understand that. Judgment's going to set in. All right? The preacher work is going to end. Okay? All right? Let's end off with that at Amos, I think it's 8 and 11. We'll end there. This preaching work's coming to an end. It ain't forever. Behold, the days come, said the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread or a thirst of water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Okay, so this is going to come to an end, and we can see how that can happen, because they're going to have the draconian laws that are going to state that you can't do this anymore. You can't have free speech. All right. So with that, I say all praises to Yahweh. All praises to Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, to the 12 tribes of Israel. And double honors to the men at Great Millstone. All right. And with that, I say shalom. All right.